There's no doubt about it, good music can make your videos look a whole lot better. In this how-to guide, I'm going to show you some background music tips and tricks and some great resources to get royalty-free stock music for you to use in your next videos that you share online. As I've said a few times before now, you really need to consider copyright when you're publishing your family video stories online. Now, some mobile editing apps like iMovie come with their own stock music for you to use in your edits, which is great, and you can access these by going into the audio and then selecting theme music. But if you're using Action Director or a different app, you'll find that the audio options are really limited. So you'll want to go to a website to access stock music for you to use in your products. Well, there's a great site called bensound.com, which allows you to download a variety of royalty-free background music for you to use in your productions. Now, this music is available on a Creative Commons license, which means that all you have to do is give credit to the content creator. And you can do this by simply putting it into the description of your YouTube video. Now, the best way to get these tracks on your phone is obviously just go to the bensound.com website and then download the tracks onto your phone, and they will appear in your gallery, and you can simply choose them in your edits. Now, if you're after music that is, well, let's be honest, a little better than what you can get for free online, maybe try a website like Premium Beats or Shutterstock. On these sites, you can buy great quality music for about $50. Okay, now, onto some background music tips and tricks. The first tip is pretty simple, and that's to make sure that you always fade in and fade out your background music. It just makes your video seem a lot smoother when it stops and starts. In both iMovie and Action Director, this is really easy to find. Now, while we're talking about fading in and fading out, we should also talk about the volume of your background music. So the level that you want to set your background music to is determined by one factor. Do you have important audio on the video clips in your edit? For example, does your video story feature clips of your children talking?
Can we please have some directing? Sir, can we... This is so good.
If it does, you don't want to have this drowned out by loud background music. So, you want to turn the volume of your background music down so you can clearly hear what's happening in the video clips. And then the background music is really just there to set the scene and make the video more exciting. The other option here is that you don't have important audio clips that you want to hear in the video. If that's the case, pump up the volume, but just make sure that you always test your video before you export it. Now, one of the great things I love about iMovie is the view advanced options when it comes to the audio levels of individual video clips in your edit. The option is there to increase or decrease the volume of individual clips. Now, this is great because in some cases you want to hear the audio in every clip, and in others you might want to only hear some of the audio. Like in this example where I'm filming my son riding a bike. There's lots of background noise and it sounds absolutely terrible. So in the edit, I would turn the volume of this clip all the way down so you can't hear it. And to be honest, the best approach here is to just test and play back your video before you export it. Work out which video clips need the audio turned up so you can hear them more clearly and which ones need their volume turned down. Okay, so here's a little bonus ninja audio trick for any creative activities you want to do. Now, one of the limitations with adding background music to your video productions is that you can only add one background track to your video. Now, this is fine in most cases, but if you're wanting to create a mini film and have different background music for different parts of the production, you're kind of stuck. That is, unless of course you use this little ninja trick. So, what you can do is break your video up into individual parts depending on what background music it has. Say for example, you've got a scary scene in your film. What you would do is create your own project and then edit together all of the footage in this scene, adding the scary music as the background music. Once you're done, you would then export the project as a video, obviously making sure that you fade it in and out. Then you create another project, which is your master film project, with the rest of your film's video clips in it. Import the exported scary video into the project and add it to the bigger edit. Now, you obviously could do this again and again and again so that your final film is made up of video clips with a variety of different background music. If you manage to do this and pull it off, it'll look absolutely amazing and pretty close to a proper film.